Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I got some pro stock rackets that you can even buy. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so I reached out to my buddy, his name is Buddy, and Dylan, and I was like, I really want to give TenX Xcalibre, the 300 and the 315 in the 27.5 inch, a longer try. And they're here. All right, so let me give you a brief synopsis of the company TenX. Andrew Bennett, who is one of the founders of TenX, was 15 years old, and one of his coaches introduced him to Pro Stock racket. So he got used to using pros rackets, right? Plain and simple. Fast forward to 5 years later, he wanted a head Pro Stock racket, the PT57E, which is Andy Murray's racket. And guess what head told him? You're not a pro. You cannot get this. So what did Andrew do? He made his own. So these TenX Xcalibres are pro stock level rackets. It's got Uniflex, full flex. It's got layers, 17 layers of graphite. What does a regular racket have? Not 17. So what does that equal? Stability, feel. Nothing that you could ever experience with a racket off the shelf. So that's why I wanted Dylan and Buddy to hook me up with half-inch longer versions. And I got the 300 version right here of the Xcalibre in the 27.5 and the 315 of the Xcalibre, 27.5. So as you guys know, I kind of like them a little longer, and I'm liking this feel already. And then we strung it with Hex Touch. It's a 10X string. It's called Hex Touch, and it was one of our favorite strings when we did that demo day last year. So super excited to give it both of these rackets a shot, and let's grab Coach Chris. Stay tuned. All right. Wow. Nice hitting session, Coach. 10X Xcalibre 300 is what, no, sorry, 300 is what you're holding. And 315 is what I'm holding. I'm pretty impressed, but what do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I can definitely say that this is a pro stock racket. That 1/2 inch does make a difference. You got a frame that's like got good control. And you do have to, for those who are taking big cuts with, in general, this wood racket would be able to kind of handle the power that you know, for those who are swinging really big. Another thing, I thought that it had some good flex too as well to it. So I was able to absorb a lot of that power and send it right back. Yeah, I think Excalibur, for a pro stock racket and a 1/2 inch longer, this makes a huge difference. It's pretty good racket.
What did you think the 300, which is the lighter version, and then the 315? What happened when you went heavier?
I think when I went heavier, I was finding that my ball, when I timed it really well, it was just rocketing off the strings. The 300, though, has a little bit, it's probably a bit more forgiving for people who, you know, like a lighter racket. But this one, you have to be, you know, really technically sound, a professional basically to play with this one, because this one is not as forgiving, but it has a lot of good power behind it for sure.
I felt the same way. The 300 was more maneuverable. It was faster cutting through the air.
Yep.
The one thing that I liked most and kept thinking about was this is easily customizable. If you want more weight in the handle, if you want more weight in the head, you know, this is actually perfect to customize. See, as you can tell, it's on the head lighter side, so it's going to cut through the air faster. It kind of reminds me of like a Blade Pro type of a racket, where you can add lead to 3 and 9 and 12 or 10 and 2, and I feel like you can, you know, customize the racket to your swing. I thought I got around way better with the 300, and I got a little more spin with it too, but definitely great control with both of them. That 315, when I first got in it, I was like, whoa, it's a little more weight, so it's a little more racket to kind of throw through.
Yep.
But I feel like just maybe 5 or 10 minutes with that, I figured it out. You know, you figure out how to, you know, swing it a little faster, prepare a little faster, whip through a little faster.
Yep. This racket does it for you, really.
Yep.
It's again, it's a pro stock racket for a reason.
Yep.
When you're buying one of these things, you have to be very good with the timing and everything of your strokes. So once you do, this thing plays really well.
And the 1/2 inch longer, like Coach Chris said, makes a huge difference. We love these more, than the regular ones. I like the extra length. Coach Chris I feel like you played better with the 1/2 inch longer from, you know, the times past when we had the regular one.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah.
So we put Hex Touch co-poly in here, which TenX made. We wanted to retry the string from our demo day, because I remember everybody gravitating towards the yellow string as we remember it, and it's this Hex Touch. The string actually suited the racket very well.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I think it complements the frame in itself. I would like to have a little bit of a looser tension, just in general, because the frame itself, is quite powerful. So, and containing, and I would like to see if I can get the ball to go even more with a looser string to kind of complement the.
Yeah, we did it at 52. So I kind of
48.
Yeah, 48 would be perfect.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see, you know, I didn't want it to lose tension, you know, from the time of stringing. But it's fine at 52. I feel like 48 would be immediately comfortable.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, if you're looking for a pro stock Excalibur, they're going to make it easier for you to get. All right. And get them in the 1/2 inch longer ones. We definitely like them more. Okay. The Excalibur 300, 27.5. Excalibur 315, 27.5. Thank you, Coach Chris, for doing this test with me. I'm going to hand these over to you, and then you can continue your racket journey some more. Coach Chris, where can we find you?
You can find me at CB Chen Tennis.
And
that's
it. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Is this on?
Harry, what are we doing here?
Oh, hey, bud. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I'm just setting up my SwingVision over here so that during our hitting session, we can you know, see how bad I'm doing today.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But you won't be doing bad, Harry.
No,
You'll be moving your feet watching the ball.
This is why I love you, buddy.